Michael Kwok and robot time travel. This is one of the many time travel patents citing over at the U.S. Patent Office, and one invention that made or could lead us down a very dark road. The patent, which has been titled Practical Time Machine Using Dynamic Efficient Virtual and Real Robots in Michael Kwok's own words, is a method for time travel, which allows an object or a group of objects to travel into the past or the future, as well as a method to cut objects from the past or future and paste them to the current environment. The present invention, called the Practical Time Machine, requires teams of super-intelligent robots that work together in the virtual world and the real world to generate a perfect timeline of planet Earth. The timeline of Earth records all objects, events, and actions every fraction of a nanosecond for the past or the future. A time traveler will set a time travel date. The time traveler can be one object or a group of objects. Next, atom manipulators are scattered throughout the Earth to change objects in our current environment based on the timeline, and incrementally, change the current environment until the time travel date. Each atom manipulator is intelligent and manipulates the current environment as well as generating ghost machines to manipulate the current environment. Also, components of the practical time machine can be used to create technology for the purpose of building cars, planes, and rockets that travel at the speed of light, building intelligent weapons, creating physical objects from thin air, using a chamber to manipulate objects, building force fields, making objects invisible, building super powerful lasers, building anti-gravity machines, creating strong metals and alloys, creating the smallest computer chips, collecting energy without any solar panels or wind turbines, making physical DNA, manipulating existing DNA, making single-cell organisms, controlling the software and hardware of computers and servers without an internet connection, and manipulating any object in the world. The claims. A method for time travel, the steps comprising multiple robots working in the real world and the virtual world using investigative tools and a signal-less technology to create a perfect timeline of Earth, whereby all objects, events, and actions are recorded in said timeline every fraction of a nanosecond for the past and the future. A time traveler will set a time travel date, said time traveler comprising at least one object, and said time traveler can be in at least one of the following states: frozen state and controlled changed state. Multiple atom manipulators are scattered throughout Earth and said atom manipulators will work together in an organized manner to manipulate the current environment based on said timeline, and will further create intelligent ghost machines to manipulate said current environment, and from said current environment, the atom manipulator will incrementally manipulate said current environment until said current environment reaches said time travel date. All knowledge from said timeline of Earth, all knowledge from said timeline of the Internet, research knowledge, knowledge data, software programs, hardware devices, computers, a time machine, networks, encapsulated work done by virtual characters, a simulation brain, and a universal brain. An artificial intelligent computer program repeats itself in a single for loop to receive input from the environment based on the 5 senses called the current pathway. Use an image processor to dissect said current pathway into sections called partial data. Generate an initial encapsulated tree for said current pathway, and prepare variations to be searched. Average all data in said initial encapsulated tree for said current pathway. Execute 2 search functions, one using breadth-first search algorithm and the other using depth-first search algorithm. Target objects found in memory will have their element objects extracted and all element objects from all said target objects will compete to activate in said artificial intelligent program's mind. Find best pathway matches. Find best future pathway from said best pathway matches and calculate an optimal pathway. Extract specific data from predicted future pathways and insert them into said artificial intelligent program's conscious. Generate an optimal encapsulated tree for said current pathway. Store said current pathway and its said optimal encapsulated tree in said optimal pathway, said current pathway comprising 4 different data types, 5 sense objects, hidden objects, activated element objects, and pattern objects. Follow future instructions of said optimal pathway. Retrain all objects in said optimal encapsulated tree starting from the root node. Universalize pathways or data in said optimal pathway, and repeat said for loop from the beginning. A 3-dimensional memory to store all data received by said artificial intelligent program. A long-term memory used by said artificial intelligent program, and a time machine used by said artificial intelligent program. The field of the invention. This invention relates generally to the field of time travel. Moreover, it pertains specifically to technologies that manipulate objects in our current environment. Is time travel possible? Einstein stated that time travel is possible if an object can travel faster than the speed of light. He also discovered that no object in the universe can travel faster than the speed of light, which disproves his time travel theory. He is right in that different space has slightly different time, but for the most part, time travel into the past or future is impossible. Other theories related to time travel will include using wormholes, using black holes, warping time, spinning the Earth backwards and using cosmic strings. These are theories that have been passed down from generation to generation. They don't work very well because these theories are difficult or impossible to implement in the real world. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the framework behind Alice. Stay paranoid, my friends.